Hey there, welcome back to another video. This is going to be my bite-sized review of The Batman 2022. At this point in time, this is the newest Batman movie, like theatrical version, and of course it was directed by Matt Reeves and stars Robert Pattinson as the Batman. I'm going to be kind of giving you a shorter thoughts video here. I think this movie is absolutely fantastic. As someone who's been following Batman for many, many, many years, almost my whole life, um, especially the Batman movies, I can tell you right now, this is one of the best ones. Now, of course, this is 2 hours and 55 minutes, so it's definitely not for everyone. In fact, it's probably not for most movie fans. But I think what was done here is just awesome, and it's really great to see a new take on Batman. You know, after all these years, it's been like, I mean, all the films are different, but it's been getting a little bit stale, I guess you could say, in a way. But I think Pattinson, he brings that's a fan nickname, by the way. He brings a lot of greatness to the role. Like, this Batman is Batman for most of the movie. In fact, this is probably the most Batman in a movie. Like the other ones, we get a balance between Wayne and the Batman, but this one he's in the suit for most of the film, which I thought was great. It was a nice new thing to do, which I love that. His Bruce Wayne is very quiet. He's like a recluse, like someone who doesn't want to go into the public. He doesn't want to talk to people. He just wants to be a hermit, which I can kind of relate to that, and I like that. So that was cool. I love the atmosphere of this movie. It feels very comic book. Like it feels very real. Like almost like it's kind of in between the Burton films and the Nolan films. Like in between those tones. Like if you have a middle movie, that's what this is. So I like that. I love all the performances. Like Catwoman, Zoe Kravitz was fantastic. Of course, Pattinson was awesome. Um, Alfred, Andy Serkis was great. He doesn't get a lot of screen time, but he was really wonderful whenever he was in the film. And I love Jeffrey Wright as Gordon. He was great. His chemistry with Batman was nice. That was cool. I loved Colin Farrell as the Penguin. We didn't get a lot of him, but it was great to see him. I think the best scene with him was definitely the Batmobile chase, and that is my favorite scene of this film. That was just so great, like so well done, in my opinion. The action was great. I will say there's not a ton of action. Like it's not all over the place. You're not gonna like don't expect like an MCU movie. It's not gonna be like that. So yeah, that's probably gonna be a complaint. But I love the look of this, like the lens, like the color lens, like all the colors were really great. Like it just looks really good as a movie. Like even if it's just not a Batman movie, it's just a great looking film. And I love how real it feels. Like all the costumes were practical, all pretty much all the effects were practical. Um and yeah, there's just a lot of great scenes, like with the motorcycle chase and the Batmobile chase, and the first appearance of this Batman was awesome. And Batman using his glider for the first time. I will also praise the detective work. Like a lot of the Batman movies, we don't really see him being a detective. It's like it's not that it doesn't happen that much. But this movie, they really took to that. They decided to kick it up a notch and make more detective scenes, which I love that. That's great because Batman is not just a hero. He's like the world's greatest detective. So that kind of makes sense that he would have detective work in there. And lastly, I want to mention Paul Dano as the Riddler. He was great. He fits this type of universe, and I want to see more from him. And he was definitely a very different Riddler. Like he's not Carey, he's not Gorshin. He's a different version. Like I think he fits this universe. Like he fits the movie. I like it. I'll probably end with my cons. The whole thing is it doesn't feel long when you're watching it, but be aware it is a long movie. That wasn't really a con. I just want to point that out. But I feel like the two biggest problems with this movie are the lack of any action. Like, there's not a ton of action. I think it's a little bit sparse. That's kind of a con. I was wishing there was a little bit more action, but I think the atmosphere and the tone made up for that, mostly. And also, there's not a lot of humor. Like, it's very, very serious. Like, almost overly serious at times. Even in the Burton films, there's humor. And again, in the Nolan films, there's humor too. But here, it's almost like it's too serious. Like, it's almost like it's too real. Like, I don't know. I feel like there could have been way more jokes, maybe like just a little bit more, maybe. Just some more humor would have been nice. But overall, the Batman 2022 is probably one of the best movies to come out in recent years. It's definitely one of the best Batman movies, like in general. And so I would probably give it a 10 out of 10, despite the fact that of those flaws that I mentioned. I think this is fantastic. If you're a Batman fan, you got to see this. This is so great. Go see it in the theaters. You will not be disappointed. I guarantee this film will impress you. Um, but yeah, that's it. What do you think of the Batman? Did you like it? Did you not? What did you think about it? Let me know below. And who is your favorite Batman? Let me know. And thanks for watching this. I'll talk to you later. And thank you so much for watching.